guys, thank you so much for tuning in with me and seeing what I got going on. Today I am going to be sharing my favorite products I'm using right now, products that I'm liking, products that I'm loving, and it is going to kind of have like a summer theme, but not really. I guess some stuff I would only use in summer, but some stuff I'm going to use year round. So let's just go ahead and dive in so I'm not talking for 5 hours. Okay, so if you've noticed this different setup, I do have a different apartment now. I have moved and everything, but I'm going to talk about that in another video another day, not this one. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and dive in. These are products that I'm currently trying out, either loving, liking, or just kind of initially getting my thoughts. Okay, so I don't really know where to start. Most of this stuff is going to be beauty related products and a few body products. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the face, the most basis of the face. I feel like really important in the summertime and wintertime to have a facial oil. I've been really into facial oils lately. This is what I've been currently using, the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Bright Booster. It's an oil elixir. The bottle is so cute, and it's got the eyedropper thing, which I don't know, I'm just obsessed with eyedroppers for some reason. This stuff is great because I put it on fresh out of the shower after I wash my face or exfoliated my face, and just like a drop here, a drop here, a drop here, and a drop here, and it absorbs so quick. My face is like the right kind of shiny, like dewy, highlighted, right? Like not, oh my god, a freaking oily mess. Sometimes during the day, I'll just wear this alone, and if I use this at night, I will put a moisturizer over it like before I go to bed. I do feel like this is equivalent to Farsali's, the gold flaked oil, but I'm gonna use this a little bit longer and maybe do a video on that later if y'all are interested in my thoughts on this. So obviously having an oil in the wintertime is beneficial because your face is so dry. I have a very oily T-zone area, like very oily, and I feel like using the oil in the summertime just kind of puts that oil there, and my face doesn't feel the need to just produce oil. So yeah. Okay, so sticking with the face thing, moving on, I feel like it's really important to have a good primer, obviously, to set, just to put everything on, build your foundation on. You want to have a good primer. I've been using this for over a year for sure. I have a review on this. I can link below if you're interested. It's the NYX Hydra Touch Primer. Now I do put this with another primer depending on if I want like a matte face or whatever, like currently using the Smashbox clear primer, whatever. But this stuff is my like #1. So I feel like this is gonna set you up for foundation success because it is hydrating. It is a hydrating primer that's gonna go ahead and put some moisture into your face. I feel like this stuff, if I use this first, it kind of helps prevent the need for like a lot of oil touch-ups throughout the rest of the day. I just love this stuff. Okay, so it is summer, and mostly to work I am still wearing a full face of foundation and all that stuff, just because that is what I like to wear to work, and that is what gives me the most confidence in my makeup. However, if I'm not really needing a boost of confidence, I'm just needing a quick little throw it on, I'm really into for summer or whatever, I've been really into like facial moisturizers, CC creams, stuff that you basically just rub on your face and you don't have to put anything else over it if you don't want to. This, of course, is very popular from IT Cosmetics, not IT Cosmetics, I learned. And it's just a light CC cream. It does have SPF in it. The only thing about this is on the box it says, you know, reapply every 2 hours. So something like this, I don't think I could like put this on and then layer on, you know, a contour and all that stuff if you have to touch it up in 2 hours. But as far as just throwing it on and going to run errands, I really do like this stuff a lot. And it is pretty effective as far as not needing concealer and all that extra stuff. And then if you're wanting something a little bit cheaper, this is from Physicians Formula. It's the Organic Wear. I actually bought these two together, like Ulta was having a sale or whatever. And I got this home and it wasn't, I thought this was gonna be like a BB cream, a CC cream, and I got it home and it's just a tinted moisturizer. It has an SPF of 40, so I thought this isn't gonna be worth. Actually, I was very impressed with this stuff. It goes on, it doesn't look too fake, but it makes your whole face like one color. As far as like color correcting goes, this is really good, and it actually really does last. It's supposed to be sweat proof, waterproof. No, I wouldn't just go out and like dump water all over my face and just be like, oh yeah, it works. But you know, I wore it to work one Sunday when Sunday shifts suck, and you know, I didn't care, and I didn't wear any eyeliner, and I just wore this and some mascara, and it actually lasted, you know, at least a 10-hour shift, and just, you know, kept my face kind of tinted. So I really was impressed with this stuff, and I'm really loving it, especially for summer. I really think this is really good for summer. Okay, so sticking kind of with the face stuff, if I wear kind of like a tinted moisturizer or CC cream, I don't really want to bake over that. I've really been into this from Tarte. It is the, it's a creamy powder foundation, kind of like a BB thing. Looks like this. So I initially got this at Ulta on sale during the beauty steals. I thought it was going to be like a Bare Minerals kind of powder that covers up all your mistakes, and that is what it is, but it is a creamy powder foundation, so therefore it has to kind of be set, I feel like, or it does kind of rub off eventually. So and it's just like, you know, a face powder basically. If I'm in a real hurry, I'll throw on the tinted moisturizer and throw this on over it, and then maybe put a little bit of powder, just because this isn't a powder. So one thing I've always loved to be highlighted and glowing. That's awesome, amazing. Definitely in the summer, you know, you got a little bit of a tan going on, you want to look glowy. I've been into this Super Shock Cheek from ColourPop, which I really have liked this style of highlighter. This one is like a marbleized tie-dye design, and it's called Whipped, and it's just really pretty. I like these right now for the summertime, because if I'm doing a lighter face with just the tinted moisturizer or the powder foundation, this is really good to just take on your fingers and just put a little bit on. You know, if you top it with a powder highlighter, it's only going to make it pop, but this is fine on its own. Like, you know, it's going to absorb into your face and just be there and give you a little subtle glow. Another thing I have really been into is adding like a highlighter to my foundation routine. This I got in my BoxyCharm a few months ago, a couple boxes ago. It is from Tim 2. And it was like a collab they did together, and it is liquid drops. So I'll put like 1 drop into my foundation, or you know, you could even do 1 drop and put it up like this. If you don't want that intense of a glow, you know, you could do this first, then do your foundation or tinted moisturizer over that. So yeah, and this can even be used on the body. So normally I don't wear stuff that shows my skin, just because I'm just weird. Okay, so yeah, like that. You know, you contour your arms and stuff. But yeah, so I've been really into this stuff and looking like glowy for the summertime, which brings me to the next thing or whatever. It's important to me to have a good self-tanner in the summertime, just because I'm not one to really go lay out at the pool, especially now that I've moved, I don't even have a pool. I'm not really one to just sit in the sun. Like, that's just not me. I get bored and sweaty. So I have been using this Ulta Beauty Bronze Glow Self-Tanning Lotion Gel like this. I also have the, it's like a spray, a mist or whatever. The jury is still out on these. This is what I have on now. I feel like it does give me like a decent glow, but I don't necessarily love the formula of this stuff. The mist spray is much better. You know, I just kind of can stand like this and spray myself, or have Nick or whoever spray my back. But one thing I don't like about it is, depending on where you are spraying, it gets all over the floor. So literally, I haven't got to the point where I'm like ready to just step outside my bathing suit and say, spray me. But it might come to that. I do like the mist though. It's like stepping into a spray tan, but you're just in the comfort of your own home. And one thing about the spray tan is you got to make sure if you're spraying yourself or somebody spraying you, you got to get not just like the front and the back, you got to get the sides and stuff. So yeah, the jury's still out on this one. I do have a self tanner that I've used for a really long time that was a mousse formula, and I really, really do love it a lot, but I'm just trying to give something else new a try. So okay, so I kind of skipped one face thing, but as far as being tan and glowy, here lately I've been really into bronzer palettes instead of just like one single bronzer. You know, I did use the NYC Sunny bronzer, but I really have been into these palettes because your face is changing every day, and like if you're out in the sun for 5 minutes versus not, you know, that in Alabama, definitely, the sun can affect you. You can have a tan in an hour, you can have a sunburn in 30 minutes. So I like that with this, I can kind of play around. Like, whenever I contour my nose, for some reason I prefer to use like this bronzer mixed with this one, just like a little bit darker. But when I'm doing my cheeks and face, I prefer to use these two. I don't know. Maybe subconsciously in my head, I think it makes my nose look skinnier. So moving on to like some random things as far as things that I've been loving. I am loving the fact that I have finally got moved and somewhat settled. I'm only working one job, still bartending, but at this one it's not as demanding per se, I guess. I don't really know how to explain it. It's just a much better job. I'm much happier. The people I'm around, it's just a much more chill vibe. I like it a lot. But one thing about the new place where I work is it's so chill. No, I'm like the only girl that really wears makeup to work. Like, it took me 3 months working there to wear fake lashes. So it's a very chill vibe, and they're like, you know, you look better without makeup. So I have kind of been relaxing on wearing makeup. If I'm not at work, you know, I don't necessarily put a full face on, but I still love makeup a lot, and that's always gonna be my stuff. Like, people say, oh, you don't need it, and I'll say, I don't care, I love it. This has been the body lotion I've been really into. St. Ives Naturally Indulgent Body Lotion. I picked out this flavor, smell, coconut milk and orchid extract. I really like this stuff because my skin stays dry, but this is just great. It absorbs so quick. You know, if you just got out of the shower, you just exfoliated your legs and shaved, put this stuff on, it's absorbed quick. It doesn't leave like a sticky, greasy feeling. So I really like that a lot. I like St. Ives brand in general, especially their face washes. But this lotion, I'm glad I invested in. It was like $6, which is a lot for me for lotion. But and then also, as far as other random things that aren't like beauty related or anything like that, I just finished watching the show on Netflix, Stranger Things. It took me literally this long to watch it, just because if something's really popular and people are always talking about it, it just like repels me from it. I just don't want to go near it. Alright guys, well I guess that is going to finish off my products I've been loving, liking, been trying out, still getting you know, my initial thoughts and everything like that. If you have any questions about anything I talked about, please just ask me below. Make sure you'll follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. So Snapchat has really been stepping up their game. Like, you can have the swipe up to your website. You can make it where you just send your stories to certain people in a list. Alright guys, I'll talk to you really soon, and let me know what's up. Okay, thanks for watching.